Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Third Action. This is episode 15, I want to say. And I am your same lovely game master, the nicest GM of all time.
So sweet.
Jason.
So kind.
And these are the same three mangled corpses that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Charlotte playing the 15 health Asher Ford Human Ranger.
I haven't died yet.
In the bottom center, we have Greshy Ironroot at 11 HP and his dog Phelan sitting at 7.
I have died.
Played by Will.
Me. It's me. I'm dead.
But I saved him.
You did. You saved me. Thank goodness for that.
And in the bottom right, we have the most wounded of all, Adam playing Gunn, Shough, champion of Erastil, currently at a
Just
big
doing
old
my job.
round 0.
Big old goose egg there.
Champion of the floor.
Currently lying in a pool of mixed blood, as we
Somebody's
discussed
blood.
earlier today.
I would like it to. I would like it to be known.
It is not mine.
I found the peanut butter. I do have that.
Oh,
We're set.
that's
Don't
a
worry. It'll
jar.
be good. It's a lot of
Okay.
peanut butter. We'll be set.
Healthy
Well,
protein.
I don't know the
eat that
condition of
peanut
it.
butter, and we are gonna continue with the show. So, last week on Third Action, our intrepid heroes adventured deeper into the ruins, I guess, beneath the what's this place called? Thistletop Goblin Base. You encountered so you started off the session last time in a temple to Lamashtu with mysterious ashes that are currently cold placed atop a nefarious looking altar to Lamashtu. You used that time to in the cathedral to bandage your wounds, heal yourselves up before continuing onward. You found some interesting goblin paintings, drawings on the walls, suggesting the existence of a 30-foot tall goblin within Thistletop. You then continued onward to just barely missing a one of Nualia's companions, the sinister Leary, who I think you caught her name very briefly during the combat.
Maybe.
But a Garundi wizard, dark-skinned, white cloak, and a little white cat that follows her around everywhere. Familiar. She was in what appeared to be a meeting room and had run out through a secret passageway through her lab and into secret tunnels that led further into the complex.
She also was in a one-sided relationship with a dude that we killed earlier.
Yes. Yes, you did
Awkward.
find out about her, at least pinings
Crush.
for Tsuto, the brother, half-brother, I guess, of Ameko, the innkeeper in town, who you've slain. Ameko is alive. You've slain Tsuto, just to clarify.
I mean, we didn't kill him. He killed himself. Let's be clear.
Yes, he killed
That's
himself.
true.
He killed himself, yes.
We let it happen because I wasn't going to waste a scroll on him. But
Gunn tried to stop it from happening, but was unsuccessful in doing so. In any case, you continued onward, having let her escape. Asher went upstairs to check out more of the Goblin Stronghold, found the toilet, as well as perhaps some kind of courtyard where there seemed to be goblin dogs. Not wanting to get himself tangled up in that on his own, he returned to the rest of the party. You all then proceeded downward, down the stairs, into another chamber. The floors down on this floor, the whole floor seems to be shifted, slanted at an angle, such that it's a little awkward to walk, but not too bad. You found these strange statues of a tall, slender fellow. Looks like a human, has gemstones embedded in his forehead, and wields a large glaive and is carrying a book with a Sahedron rune carved onto the front. These statues seem to be stone and were kind of ruined. They're all off their bases and slanted towards one side, as this whole floor is slanted such. Proceeding onward, you encountered a trap, a very sneaky trap. Instead of attempting to disarm it, Gunn attempted to jump across it.
It was very cleverly disguised.
Yes, it was
As a trap, as it turned out.
as a different sort of trap.
Would never have expected trap to look like a trap, but there we go.
So Gunn tried to jump across, got slammed in the face by a portcullis, was trapped in between two statues. While trying to fight these statues off and disarm them, Nualia and her hound stepped forth out of a doorway up ahead and challenged the PCs to battle. They managed to disarm the trap in time. Back into the hallway, a gruesome battle ensued with Nualia, her hound, and Leary, her wizard friend. You managed to take them down one by one, eventually ending in Nualia's death to a crossbow bolt to the heart. Or head. I don't remember what I said last time.
It was head.
Okay.
It was head.
Crossbow bolt to the head by Asher. Greshy is currently wounded, and Gunn is lying on the floor, bleeding, but still stable. And that is where we join our adventurers today. But to start with, Gunn. All around you is blackness. You are just kind of falling endlessly. There's nothing around. You feel pain. Yes, all around me are familiar faces. Thanks. You feel pain in your chest, in your arms, in your legs. Your whole body aches, and you can feel something leaving you. And you try to get a better look, and it seems like blood is just like leaving your body as you're falling. And
That's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good. You hear something. A low voice snarls at you. Don't you wish you were stronger?
I'm making my way.
But don't you wish you had a bit more power to defeat those who have harmed you, to defeat those who have wronged you?
That's not what I'm about.
You feel your fall start to slow, and as your body kind of flips and rights itself, before you are two glowing red eyes. So power is not what you seek.
Not for its own sake.
What's your will modifier?
Ooh. Good question. It should be pretty good. Looks like it is that can't be right. That's not right. It's an 8, not a 0. It's in a tiny font.
So +8?
+8.
Okay. Alright, I have rolled your will save. Greshy. The battle is ended. You've sprinted down the hall, and let me go ahead and switch this over to map view for the viewers out there. And actually put you guys on the map. That would be nice.
Appreciate it.
Hey, perfectly. The camera is already there. And we just zoom in a bit, I guess. So you've run down the hall, and Gunn, is there, lying on the floor. Phelan is curled up next to him, just kind of licking his face, trying to get him to wake up. What do you do?
That's excellent.
I pulling out my medkit and trying to pull the bandages out to hopefully not kill him. Hopefully to help stabilize him, to bring him back up if possible, to at least stem the tide of blood that's been flowing out of him for the last few seconds.
Maybe as much as a minute.
Hopefully not as much as a minute, because that's a lot of blood.
Well,
It's been a bit.
All right, go ahead and roll medicine. And I forgot
All right.
to.
Okay.
Okay, a 30. That is definitely a success.
That's a critical
So,
success, in fact.
That is a critical success. So roll 4d8.
Yes.
It wasn't a 1.
That was the biggest fear I had, was if I critically failed this, it hurts him.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
that would have been bad.
Gunn, you as you this creature is like sort of staring you down. You see a claw out from the darkness shoot towards you.
I'm
as if to
staring it
try and
down
grasp
back.
you. And yes, you are staring it down back. And as the claw is about to connect with your chest, you wake up and have 18 hit points.
Now the
Nice.
strongest.
Yeah, I'll look around and go like, what happened to you guys? You look like shit.
Phelan barks at you
Jackass.
and is kind of jumping around.
Oh, good. Sit still. Just and Greshy's going to try and heal Phelan a bit, to try and bring him back up, since he's also been a very good boy this whole time. And that is bringing him up to max health.
Okay, so 15 HP.
Yeah. Well, it's well, not.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, is it both of those?
I can do the ranged, so
Oh, okay. So 15 plus 16, so
plus
yeah,
16. So he's at
Alright,
full
that's a
health
good-
now.
Full back to his 30 HP.
Just need him
Okay.
to stop freaking flailing around.
Asher, what are you up to while this is happening?
I'm examining Walia's corpse.
Okay.
'Cause it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look kind of cool. I think she's got a cool character design. Let me
The
bring
claw and
back
everything,
up
yeah,
her...
it's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's kind of badass. I would
She's got,
like.
like,
I want to
stone.
unlock Nwali as like a playable character. I'll show you guys again on the stream.
So it cuts off her feet on my screen, so it looks like she just has little square like.
No, she's got this kind of like obsidian battle armor. It's basically a breastplate. It looks very well crafted.
But it's got little hip slots to let you know she's a girl.
Yes, or
like-
she is. This seems more like a. Her belly is exposed, and she has these what appear to be kind of like ritualistic scars.
I mean, like the bump, the outside of her waist of her
yes,
hips are
sure.
not covered.
Yes, it is. It is very boob plate, I guess.
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's
It
like
still looks cool, but
it would be Nightmare from Soul Calibur.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it actually is very nightmare. She's got like a kind of claw pauldron thing going on.
Right.
Mhm.
At first, I thought that was actually her hand, and like she was reaching out toward you, and then
No, she's
it's-
actually yes.
that's pretty
Underneath
cool,
that
pauldron.
clawed pauldron, it's like a black bony hand over one of her shoulders. But underneath that, she's got a human-looking arm at first, but her fingertips extend to these long claws, and the whole hand itself is like a molten red color. And you can see these like glowing red veins shooting through it, and they're pulsing with dark energy. Her
Not anymore.
falchion on the ground appears to be quite nice. It has some runes carved into it. Let's see what else she's got.
Ooh.
Around her neck is a medallion, which I can show you. Which looks a little something like this. It is well, it's kind of hard to see on stream even, but it's a simple silver disc with a Sahedron etched into it in fine gold and sapphire. Yes, it is that 7-pointed star symbol. And it's giving off just like the faintest glow. Shoot, what else does she have on her? Give me a perception check.
A 24.
Okay.
Not bad.
You search her and find a let's see. Tucked into one of her pockets is a golden holy symbol of Lamashtu. It's just a golden jackal head with like 3 eyes. She's also got you find tucked into one of her boots is a small silver key. Only a few centimeters long.
Oh, it's like a baby key.
Yes. Also, let's see. Affixed to her weapon is this dark black gem. That kind of seems a bit creepy to you, but you're able to you can like touch it and like pull it off, and it does detach with it, like kind of crackles with almost necrotic energy as you like pull it off, but it is detachable.
Okay.
It seems to be a talisman of some kind.
Oh, a secret talisman. An evil talisman.
and
that's...
I think
That's a
that's
nice amount
all
of
you
stuff.
find.
Cool. And
What about on Miss Leary?
So at this point, by this point, the gun has been awoken.
Like standing up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
you can stand up.
She's right there next to us.
I mean, if you want to go for it, go ahead. I need a breather.
Leary, you were also deceived, but by yourself.
So
Alas. Yep. I'll step over.
Walk over to Leary's body. She is. Let's see what she's got on her. She has one. I'm forgetting what they're called. Minor healing potion or lesser healing potion, whatever the minimum one is.
Minor, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She has a couple of magic scrolls tucked into her bag. She's got this white hooded cloak, and she's lying on the ground, dead, obviously. But as you pull the cloak back, you see, like curled up next to her head is her cat Familiar, which has like a small silver collar with a tiny red gem embedded in it, and the red gem is pulsing slowly. But
Coup de grace? Kidding.
I just assumed the cat was already dead.
No, I did assume the cat was dead, but
I mean, I was assuming, but
I'm actually gonna pick up the cat, and if it'll let me.
okay,
apologize to it.
you reach down and pick up the cat, and yeah, what do you say to it?
Sorry about having to do that. Your mistress was not my enemy, but she was deceived.
It tries to give out a weak mew. But it's barely able to even muster that much. And it just kind of curls up in your hands and begins to dissolve.
Oh, okay. Familiar's not going to go back to being a natural animal.
Nope.
Coup de grace it with love.
Aw.
But in your hands now is this silver collar.
All right. I'll hold on to that.
Okay.
I think we'll probably.
Anything else good?
You
Yeah,
said
so
her,
she's
her
got.
cloak was.
Yeah, she has this cloak that appears to be magical. She's also got 3 scrolls on her. A jade cat talisman.
Heard of that. Just
Let me make
grabbing
sure I'm
what
grabbing
those-
everything. She has a wand that has like a forked tip that she was using to cast through. It seems to be special. And she's also... Oh, actually, sorry. This was on Nualia. I missed this other item. Nualia has these bracers on... Or, sorry, a bracelet on one hand. That appears to be magical. It's got some kind of runes inscribed in it. Let me see if there's a better description of it for you. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's like a silver bracelet. That appears to be magical. It's something that Asher finds on Nualia's body.
Oh.
Leary also has a spell book, obviously because she's a wizard, and in her pouch along with the scrolls is a small string loop with 3 owlbear claws hanging from it. And these are also
quite useful.
a type of talisman.
Okay. So I've written down Owlbear Claws Talisman. Separately from Jade Cat Talisman and Creepy Black Gem Talisman.
Yes.
We'll find out what talismans are pretty soon, I guess.
Talismans are basically one-use consumables. You attach them to something, and they often have some effect that you can trigger once. So I think Owlbear Claw, I believe, if it's attached to a weapon, allows you to use that weapon's critical specialization effect. Like I think for hammers, I think it's like knocking them prone. All weapon types have a specialization effect. It's in the equipment section.
Oh, wow.
So it
One
gives them,
time
like,
and
a
then
cool-
it disappears.
Yeah, one time and then it burns away. And I think... I missed... Leary also has 32 gold in her pocket. Sorry, in like a gold pouch. And Nualia has 88 gold.
Rich.
Making all the monies.
Okay, I've got all that tracked.
It makes 2 of us. Cool. All right. Are you done?
Yeah, if we're gonna take her cloak off, maybe I'll swap it for mine and like cover her head.
Okay.
It's up to you. Would you like me to at least find
Mine's
out what the
not
cloak
magical.
does?
Can you do that right here?
I would like to do it in a room where we're not quite as exposed, but I can try.
Sure. That sounds fine.
So, I mean,
Well, I'll take my cloak off and leave it covering up Leary. And then we
Sure.
can go into the room where Nualia is.
Okay,
Wise.
where Asher is currently removing
Ah.
things from Nualia.
Oh,
Not her armor.
you all right, Asher?
Not her armor?
Nope, I am respectful.
Is it like attached to her in any way?
Is it magical?
Is she like a turtle?
She might be like a demon turtle.
Whatever magical
fine.
effect was on the armor seems to have faded.
Okay.
Does she have clothes?
Because yeah, it's unclear whether she has clothing underneath the armor, but
From the picture, it doesn't look like it, but again, it's hard to tell.
She's got like underwear on underneath.
It's fair.
It's like Skyrim or Oblivion. You undress people and they always have like underwear underneath. And that's it.
deal.
Hello, friends.
Okay, you guys all move into what the room that was Nawalia's chambers.
Mm-hmm.
There are these, I believe, these 3 chairs here, and this is, let's see this room. Okay,
And 3 of us.
yes, there are.
Time for a sit.
There's these burning skulls in the corners of the room. And there are these stone ledges that these brown things on the map are stone ledges that on top of which sit a variety of old book scrolls, teeth, bones, bits of scrimshaw artwork, jars of deformed creatures that are soaking in brine, taxidermied animals, and various limbs, and other strange objects.
Is there anything that this little key would fit in?
You
Good
can
question.
search around. So you dig around for something that this key might work on, and you do find a small leather-bound journal that has a lock on the cover.
I want to try the key on the lock.
Okay, you try the key on the lock, and it works.
It's her diary.
Are you going to read her diary?
I'm gonna read her diary.
You're more concerned about her physicalness rather than her emotional privacy.
Well, yeah, she's dead now. She'll never know.
Either way, she wouldn't have known, but do as you like. And while Asher's reading through the diary, I'd like to try and identify what kind of enchantment's on this cloak.
I don't know, by the way. Some parts of her spirit might still be hanging on, have a feeling.
And I'm sure they're going to be judging us very mightily if we decide to take clothes off.
Okay. How are you identifying? Just using skill check,
Arcana?
or-
Yeah, I believe. I guess it's identify magic is
Yes.
what it would be.
And
So,
so you're identifying the cloak? Okay.
The rest of it can wait until town. Well, I suppose I could identify some other things. How long does it take? 10 minutes. So I'll just do the cloak for now so that Gunn's not putting on something cursed, hopefully.
One sec. I'll be right back. I forgot my my cheat sheet. It's over here.
Oh no.
No
Oh,
worries.
no. Well, in case anybody wants some peanut butter, I've got lots of it.
Oh, the desk peanut butter.
It's just
I'm back. Sorry.
we're just looking at the peanut butter and admiring it for its, unique qualities.
God damn it.
That is a that's a good brand.
Get chunky
It's a-
peanut butter.
It's a good
Like
brand
bias.
that I'm not going to name on stream, but it's a solid brand. You do have to mix it though. Anyway,
good.
and it is the chunky
Asian.
kind. We don't do any of that smooth kind around here.
All right. Well, Will's
Need a
peanut
bit of
butter
crunch.
aside, go ahead and give me that Arcana check.
Yes. See how this does. Oh, that's a miserable roll. That's a total of 8.
Total of 8. You have no idea what this does.
Well, shite.
Leary was wearing it.
I just didn't know if it was somehow attuned to her. That wouldn't hurt you, but suppose just don't die,
Just put
'cause
it
I have
on
no
me
healing
if
left.
I die.
and I'll
I mean,
toss
it's a safe guess that you would need to attune to it, or invest in it rather.
Sure, which would take what? Does it take an hour to do a full investment, or is it ever during morning preparations?
That's a good point. I guess it would take an hour if you're not doing it in the morning prep.
Because I wouldn't mind going once over with Asher and myself to.
Well, I'm gonna do a bunch of meditation.
Oh yeah,
Starting with while Will is working on the Will Greshy is working on the identification. And going myself up another chunk of hit points.
Invested. You can only wear 10 magical items with the invested trait. They don't apply if you have not invested it. Investing is an activity, page 531.
My health
Let's take
is
a look.
not updated on the overlay.
Oh, it should. That's weird. I'll take a
Maybe
look at
because I went back down to 0.
that. Maybe.
Oh.
Let's see. Usually
'Cause
takes one or
decided
more
you were
interact
dead.
actions, usually taking the same amount of time it takes to don the item.
Oh.
No, yeah, you can. Investiture
You can
lasts
put it
until you
on.
remove the item. List accounts. Yeah, I think you can invest with it or invest in it just as an action.
Oh,
To
All right.
equip
Well, hopefully it doesn't kill you. Greshy will toss it over to
well,
to Gunn. Good
yeah,
luck.
I have no idea.
I mean, we'll find out, I suppose.
Let's hold on to it for now.
No, it's too late. I gave it to you.
Well, yes, and I'll just hold on to it for now.
Oh yes, there you go.
Okay.
Then
I'm
enough.
busy thinking about everything that's just happened and everything I've just seen.
All right, so you're gonna focus on that and heal yourself up.
Mhm.
Yes. Why is your HP not updating? That is bizarre.
it's because the thing still thinks he's dead. What's funny is Phelan's updated just fine. Oh, there it goes.
There we go. Okay, I fixed it.
Also, Gunn, you're not wounded anymore because that was a successful check.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, does it
I
actually
still
remove the
am,
wounded
'cause-
condition?
It does if I can do a proper treat wounds. I haven't
Okay.
been able to do so myself yet, so that's why I'm still wounded.
All right.
Well, let's do that. Let's do some of those.
Right.
Well,
that's
so
why I was.
Asher, while you guys are
Yeah.
doing that, Asher is currently reading through Nualia's journal
That's true.
diary.
Why is it a diary?
What is
On the
that?
first
Could be a journal.
on the first
Diary.
page, it says "Property of Nualia. Do not
Yeah,
read."
it's gonna be
especially
scandalous
you.
to read someone's diary.
Are there hearts on it as well, or
Unicorns.
Yeah, little unicorns.
are they like
and-
death unicorns?
A little
They get
homage
darker
to
as the
with-
pages
Like
go.
they're
Puppy dog
black
eyes.
colored unicorns with like little skulls on them.
The
but they're
first couple
cutesy
of
skulls.
pages are just those like Superman S's.
Yeah,
Um,
the cool end.
Cool.
cool.
God, don't go. There's a rabbit hole trying to figure out where those came from. I'm not kidding. It's a thing.
Let's see. Okay, so you're gonna read through this this journal. It's gonna take you like a few hours probably to kind of sort through all of this. But you guys can take the time to read it. What you learn if you sorry, are you going to spend like 2 hours reading through these?
Everyone else spending
Huh.
time.
2 hours? I don't know about 2 hours right now. I think maybe one.
One would be fine. I'd be happy to spend more time if we're certain we can keep ourselves safe. If Gunn wants to watch the Dar, once we get him all healed up, I can spend some time making sure.
We are still underneath a goblin fortress where most of the goblins are gone foraging or whatever goblin things they do.
But the goblins don't seem to come down here from what
That's true, and we have a way out. We just-
that was
we just
exactly what I was
swim.
going to say, is we can always swim away now that we have a good exit point. That said, it's up to you if you would like to keep guard. I'm happy. I've got things to do while Asher can figure out the whole
I need to do some.
mess
I'm
with the journal there.
planning to do some more additional meditating and help out with the recovery.
Oh sure. I'm just saying I can spend 2 hours doing things. If you're worried,
All right.
it's up to you.
Okay. So you start with the journal then, Asher. Reading through the journal, it seems to be from the perspective of Nualia a few years ago. You read about her, let's see, should go all the way back to her story.
We can maybe eat some rations too.
Yeah, you guys can crack out some rations and
Oh, I
have your dinner at this point.
dinner. I'd try and heal Asher, I'd try and heal myself, and then I'd try and identify some of the scrolls. That would be
Okay.
my time while you do that, but lore dump first.
Mhm.
All right, lore it is. So Nawalia writes pretty, she seems to be very frustrated with her childhood years. It seems like the citizens of Varizia in general viewed her as being blessed by Desna, which she never felt she was. There were rumors would spread that she could like cure with a touch, or like locks of her hair could be used to brew like potions of fertility, that her voice could drive away evil spirits. So all sorts of humiliating requests and things would just come to her over the years. And she just felt like a freak more than like an actual person to people. So it just it seemed like it was very isolating to her to be like this. Eventually she and her father moved to her adoptive father moved to Sandpoint, where she fell in love with a local boy named Delic Visconta. Unfortunately, so she knew that her father wouldn't like approve of her having a relationship because he was a very pious man, and was extremely overprotective of her. So they tried to hide their relationship. There's talk of finding a abandoned smuggler's tunnel underneath the town, where she and her young friend met for courtship several times. Before long, she realized that she was pregnant. And her father found out. And after this, she went to like tell her lover that she wanted to like leave town with him, like run away. And she like confessed her love to him and everything, and she was really excited about like, finally I can like leave this place. And he ditched her. When they were supposed to get together the next day to run off together, he was nowhere to be seen. And she, in her despair, ended up getting locked away for a bit, as her father didn't want her pregnancy to be known. Sorry, actually, she fell into a coma. That's what happened. Yes, that's why she was locked
for
away.
that one chat.
Yes, she was like pretty frustrated, and she like fainted and didn't wake up for like a couple of months. By that point, her pregnancy was pretty far in, and she talks of, there's like a big gap of time where she talks about how Lamashtu spoke to her in her dreams, in her long dream, and told her to get revenge on these fools that control her life, and so that she could eventually escape and go be a real person. And unfortunately, she basically did just that. Well, so her father forced her to let's see if I have got this order right. Let's see. There we go. Whoops. I did the order a little bit wrong. She had the baby before she fell into the coma.
All right.
Yes, there we go. Sorry. I knew I missed something. You were flipping through the pages too quickly and skipped over something. You went back and found, there's the part where she had the baby. She wasn't even allowed to look at the child before the midwives ushered it away to kill it. But she was told that it was deformed and hideous. This is what sent her into like a blind rage. She attacked one of the midwives and at some point fell unconscious. Next thing she knew, she awoke some months later, inside the cathedral. In her rage, she went to her father's room, locked him inside, and set the whole place on fire, and left. Her next few entries are from her time in Magnamar, which is where she fled. And got assistance from some group of people that she doesn't name. She just calls them her brothers.
Particularly helpful there.
Eventually, one of the brothers gave her the Sahedron medallion and told her that she had a larger role to play, and that all of her dreams could be fulfilled and all of her revenge on the people of Sandpoint could be obtained if she goes to Thistletop, where she could find a creature by the name of Melfeshnikor, which is one of Lamashtu's chosen. And this is kind of where her journal ends, and you search the other scrolls and notes and find a lot of what appear to be like demon summoning rituals, and notes about accessing trying to access deeper chambers of Thistletop so that she can free Melfeshnikor.
Nice.
There's some rough etchings or rough sketches of the creature she sees in her dreams, and it's just these glowing eyes and long fangs, long malformed ears. It looks like quite the beast. There's also notes on the goblin attacks, most of which you've already kind of gleaned from Tsuto's notes from before. Various versions of battle plans. It seems like currently they're waiting for Tsuto to return, but it's been a few days, and they were getting ready to mount a new offensive. It's taken them some time, but part of this whole thing was that they needed to unite the 5 local goblin tribes, and they did so by manipulating the leader of the Thistletop goblins into working with them, as well as hiring Bruthasmus, the bugbear, to more heavily coerce them.
All right.
And
So this Melfeshnikor, does it seem to have been released already?
No. Searching all the
notes?
notes, you don't. It seems like she hasn't. They haven't managed to get further in the. In this.
No, I'm pretty sure he's not been released, but he's here.
Well, the main threat to Sandpoint is probably abated, but
We may want to convince Ripnugget to, like. Then again, the alliance will probably break down on its own.
Yeah, the bugbear's dead. Nawali is dead.
So
There's really just
Ripnugget's lost a lot of prestige, so he probably won't be able to hold the tribes
Asher,
together.
in your reading through the notes, you do find that Nualia refers to Ripnugget as also having seen the beast that dwells beneath, and that he too sees the visions.
Yeah, okay, that might be a problem.
I wonder if that's the 80,000 foot goblin.
the mountain-sized goblin.
Yeah.
Well,
And it seems like that's why he was so easy to coerce.
suppose that gives us several options here. One is to try and kill Rip Nugget. Another is to kill Veshnikar. And then we could just do both. Or we could do neither, and we can leave.
I'll go down with my 15 HP. It'll be
Well, during this time, I would have been healing a little bit, too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so
a couple of us.
What healing do you want to do?
I would just be doing more treating wounds.
and I will be meditating and healing people.
So, well, let me go ahead and treat Asher and myself, mostly myself, so that I can get this wounded condition off of me. It's a 19 to heal myself.
Okay, that is a success. I don't think that's critical.
2d8. That's only 5 hit points to myself, but it does remove the wounded condition. So
Okay, so
Add
you're
another
wounded.
12 to that, as I'll hit you when. Whoa.
very kindly smack me upside the head. It's fair. And then I might as well give Asher a little bit of healing, so we'll do one for him. And that's a natural 20 for a total of 31.
All right, that's a critical success, so 4d8.
So that's
So
19 points
19.
for Asher there.
And you could probably add 12 to that as well, if needed.
Yeah, I mean you've got the time, so
And
add another 12.
Is it 12? Okay. Ooh, almost there.
So close.
Asher's at 46 of 47. Greshy's at
So that would've
28
been-
of 40, and Gunn's
so that'd have
at
been
30 of 47.
That's 20 minutes.
So I'll spend another 30 minutes on top of that trying to identify the scrolls.
Okay.
I'm assuming that they're going to be arcane, so I will be attempting some arcana checks. The first one is a natural one.
You can use primal. You don't need to.
Oh, can
assume.
I?
Yeah, ask first. You know what they say
Okay.
about assuming, so the first one you don't know.
That's fair. I have no idea about the first one. Then I'll try some
No, you
primal
can use
stuff on the
primal.
second one. So that is a 16 on the second one.
A 16 on the second one. That is a success. That appears to be a scroll of comprehend languages.
Comprehend languages could be useful if we want to try negotiating, but if Rip Nugget is in fact a problem, I don't know if we're going to be able to get the other goblins on our side. And then the third one, we'll go ahead and try. That's a 21 on the
That's
third.
also a success. That is a scroll of sea invisibility.
See invisibility, not bad. All right.
Oh,
so
I misread the chart. Those might not have been successes, but you know. Anyway, that's fine. The first one might not have. That's fine. It's fine. Continue. Go ahead.
okay.
During that
okay.
time, I will hit myself up one more time, and then bank a point.
Okay.
I would spend the last 10 minutes of one of the hours, since this took multiple hours to also restore myself a bit, just listening to Asher kind of read out the notes.
And doing
Actually, I
different
think I can-
voices for all the.
Is that what Asher does?
It's me.
If that's 30 minutes to yikes! If that's 30 right in front of her corpse. If
But
that's
we
30
can't
minutes
disrespect her by taking her armor. That's a no-go.
Disrespectful.
doing the scrolls, I'll give myself give Greshy one more and bank a point, so Greshy can.
Okay, another 12 for me.
Another
I appreciate that, because that actually
Okay.
brings me up, I believe, to full.
Yeah, looks like it.
I'll take it. I mean, I've got no healing. We've got one potion. I can use battle medicine on myself and on Asher, but I can't use it on you because I
Doesn't
did
wear
use it.
Is
Oh
it
no,
armor?
because I used that when I tried to save you.
Oh right, right.
It's a once per day.
It's a once
Gotcha.
per day, and my thought process was, in the heat, since battle was still kind of winding down, that would have been the first thing to have tried.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
Let's see.
I've got no healing, which does create a bit of a problem.
I will go ahead and throw that cloak on. See what happens.
Sure.
We're back up to full-ish.
What's the worst that could happen?
Explodes.
Okay, you.
This is our hand signal for falling over dead. Just
I think this falling over dead would be. Do it and I die.
just,
Let me
our
see.
hand signal is literally you just fall over dead.
I made some more hand signals if you all want to use them.
Ooh.
I mean, we can, but again, for our listening people, we'll still probably be using verbal.
Well, right, exactly.
We have to describe our hand signal.
No, we just have to say what we sign.
So this one is shut up slug. It means just be quiet. It's me making a little slug with my hands.
That can be the sign for Greshy.
She's the slug.
So we
You're
can
gonna
have
to
our own.
describe that sign to the listeners.
I
and
did.
me, who's not looking.
It's me making a little slug with
Oh,
my
the
hands.
snail? Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
thumb and the two middle
need a-
fingers. and
We
then
need
this
one for
is
each
eyes.
person.
I agree with
Draw.
that being Greshy's, just because it's appropriate. A, because he's slower, and B, because, well, he's Greshy. So, it's good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if do you actually know what it does as a result of investing? No. But it doesn't seem harmful. Yet.
Okay. Good enough for me.
It doesn't look good. Is it a handsome cloak?
Yeah, it's a nice white cloak.
Dialing.
It's a little
Very
bit of blood
good
on
look
it.
on you. Oh, it's
We'll have to wash it when we get back to
Okay,
town.
there's a little bit of blood on everything.
Well,
Yeah.
so there's really the question then. What do we do now? There's some sort of creature down here that is apparently to be released,
I
but
think we
hasn't been yet.
I think we should take a look in the room across the way and see how far they
Oh,
they proceeded with their attempts to, dig down under here.
You know, it's
Said
just gonna
they-
be a room with another door.
Yeah, but then after that,
Another room with another door. They just kept making them as they went down.
Alright, what do you guys
We
want
can
to do?
that. I'm for that. That seems fine.
As someone who has no healing spells, the further we go, the harder this is going to be.
but we've got a decent.
We just always need to listen and be aware and not.
And not
jump.
run into traps that we know are traps.
Well, we didn't
Even
know the
ones we
type.
don't think will activate. Perhaps.
Jason
Being wary.
just didn't help us enough.
It was a trap.
Yeah, he's like, it's totally a weighted pad. Don't jump on it.
I was like, I'll go disable the trap. No, we'll just jump over. It'll be fine.
I was all for the jumping idea. I'll just
I mean,
say it.
we didn't know it was gonna do that, and then we found out, and
We
that
were
was
like,
a problem.
it's safe. Greshy's like, no, it's not. We're like, it's safe. It's fine. We'll do it.
I mean,
Alright. You guys argue about whether or not you should have jumped over the trap.
for a moment.
Then we should.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go down?
Yeah. Let's step
Yeah.
over Nualia and then
Okay, you step over Nualia's corpse and proceed to the south.
Oh,
through
wait.
the exit of the room.
I lied. What is the water? Is it just? I know you told me last time. But
Yeah,
is
so
it
there's a fountain of water there. Let's see. It just appears to be frothy blue water. You can give me a nature check or nature check probably.
Nature. A 10.
Looks like just regular clean water to you. Not even salt water.
Just normal, but it's frothy.
It's a little bit frothy just from the bubbling. Yeah. It's like bubbling up from underneath.
Ooh. Okay, if it doesn't look cool, I'm not gonna put it in my jar. It's too clean. It reminds me of bathing.
as we get back out to this corridor, I'm gonna look to the left, look to the right, just kind of narrow my eyes at that trap, look back to the left. There's a lever on the wall. Still in the up position. I don't think they actually flipped it I'm gonna
Nope.
flip it down.
Okay, you flip
Whatever.
it down, but nothing happens. You flip it back up, nothing happens. You flip it
I'm
back
gonna
down,
leave
nothing
it.
happens.
Leave it down.
Saw
Okay.
blades come out. From where we're
You
standing.
actually push it in, and then two saw
The
blades
trap
come in
appears
and
to
start
be
trying to
100%
bisect.
disabled.
Our legs get cut off.
Then we'll open this door.
Okay, you open the door to the south,
We'll save some
revealing a
time.
short
Just
hall.
listen at the next door
Ah!
You freaking call it, Charlie.
instead of the first door.
No!
This door probably leads to an actual room. So if you
I'm
want-
not holding my breath.
all right.
I'm
Okay,
gonna start
it's-
making bets.
Let's
It's
open this
a
door.
hallway, a 10-foot hallway down to another door at the end. You listen
Wait,
to the next door for a bit, but no discernible sounds. And you open it.
Oh, I was wrong.
I'll step in.
Okay.
There's only so many hallways.
We just have to
Scroll
listen
down
at
here.
every other door.
So you open the door, revealing a large L-shaped hallway. At the far end, the southwest side, you can see two large stone doors. But to your immediate left, to the east, there is what appears to be a solid gold pillar. It's sort of like circular in nature. It's sort of embedded directly into the wall, and it appears to depict an immense stack of like tens of thousands of gold coins that rise just from floor to ceiling. So it's like it's a pillar that's kind of etched like it was gold coins. The individual coins themselves seem to have small runes etched into them.
So wait, they're stacked, but we can see the runes. Are the runes on the edges?
Yeah, the runes are on the edges.
Okay.
Yes, the thin edges.
All right. Well.
And if you want to look at the stone doors to the southeast or southwest, sorry, they depict two skeletons reaching out to the center of the doors to reach for a skull in between.
Is the skull like a handle to open the doors?
It's the eye holes of the skull are like you reach into them and pull the doors open.
Classy.
Is there any way to decipher the runes on the coins? What would you need to do for that?
I mean, you can give me a perception check to just sort of examine the coins themselves.
Yeah, I'll do it. A 13.
13. Okay. You examine the runes, just kind of running your hand over the gold. But you're not sure what these are. You've never seen runes like these before.
I will step over to the pillar,
Yeah.
pull out like a pocket knife from my pack, and see if I can make any mark on the gold. If it's like magical or if it's resisting.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Do-do-do. Perception's up here. We have a 12.
Okay. You scrape at the gold, and it's pretty. Whatever material this actually is, it's pretty tough. You're able to get in a few like small scrapes, but nothing flakes off.
So it doesn't
And-
seem like it's real gold. Like if I compared to a gold coin in my bag.
Correct. It does not appear to be real gold. It's just got this.
Okay.
It looks like gold. It appears to be something much harder than that.
But yeah, it's definitely it's metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greshy, you should perceive this. See if we get higher than a 13.
Greshy, who really doesn't want to be down here,
It's highly perceptible.
go and take a look at this fake looking.
We're just like picking at it and like poking it.
So it's just a pillar of fake gold coins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not sure if there's anything
Yay.
value in there. That's a 20 total.
Okay.
9 on the die roll.
As someone who's seen some gold coins in the day, or in his day, you examine it, kind of look it up and down, and you notice that there's a few in various spots, in 2 spots on either side of the pillar, there are these small like slits where a coin should be.
It's a puzzle.
And it
So,
looks,
like-
it looks hollow.
So like stacked coins, but then there's an opening where you'd have another coin, but there's nothing there,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah, and you find exactly 2 of these, one on each side of the pillar.
Gunn, do you have any? Or Asher, did you guys find any gold coins? I'm just carrying
Yeah.
silver right now.
Are these the
We
size
found
of, like, normal?
125 gold coins
Can I
total.
borrow a couple of them?
Yeah.
You want to put one in on each of these
Might as well
holes
see what happens if
at the same time?
that was my thought. If restoring the pillar to a full stack would do anything.
I'm down to use 2 coins for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, since we stole them from the dead people,
Yep.
don't think they're gonna mind.
Yeah, that's house money.
Just gonna bet their poker chips.
Okay,
So,
you-
yeah.
2 gold coins in hand, you approach the pillar and raise the coins to the same height and press them through. The coins slide in seamlessly, and it seems like they almost kind of drop a little bit as they like make their way fully inside, as if they're gonna fall. And there's nothing. There's no sound. You look in, and the coins are gone. But then after a moment passes, and there's a brief rumble of stone against stone as the pillar lowers itself into the ground, revealing a chamber beyond.
Should have put that gold coin on a string. I could have like
I'll never get it back.
pulled that back.
Pay the toll.
Hey, it's a
Well-
waste of gold. But
Between this and the skull doors, I'm in favor of this.
Yeah, this doesn't have skulls.
so what exactly we're looking for Malfeshnikor? Is that our plan down here?
I wouldn't say we're looking to find Malfeshnikor so much as find maybe where the area he might be in. You know,
Sure.
probably turn back before we actually.
I guess my question is
bump
more
into
that do you think a creature named Malfeshnikar is going to be behind a golden pillar or behind a skull door?
A skull door.
Right.
That's my thought.
Yes. A screech
That said,
skull.
I'm more interested in looking to see what's behind the gold because I'm hoping there's maybe treasure or something of value.
That's definitely the Sinomancy here.
That's what I'm fine with going this direction. I'm just clarifying. If we're looking for Malfeshnikar, I'm gonna guess he's the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
like
not
to
worry
think-
about Malfeshnikar.
That nobody could figure out this puzzle, and he's actually behind these doors. And they were just like, we don't know how.
I've never spent money like that in my life.
With her 88 gold, she's like, I don't get it. Where is he?
Just putting copper after copper in there and nothing's happening. Actually, we should have tried copper first.
Well, I mean,
Could have saved yourself a lot of gold
in your
that way.
defense, those were really hard to see slots.
It did take several of us examining to find that. So that's fair.
which do you want to
Okay,
play?
so you step forward and
God,
see
there are a lot of
3
doors again.
sets of double doors. There's a set of double doors to the north. Let me see if that
Guys.
has anything on the doors.
There's 3 doors.
Yes, there are three. Well,
we're not
6
doing
doors.
this again.
3 doors.
There's 3 sets of doors,
But
and we're
there's
not
3
doing this with 3
doors.
sets of doors in different directions. If they were all lined up again, I'd be down. This is asking for trouble.
All right, they are in different directions.
So the doors to the north are etched with what look like a depiction of towers, multiple towers, like stone towers, much like the old light, perhaps, or what the old light might have looked like in the past. To just ahead is another set of stone doors. On these, there's a depiction of just a massive orb with it looks like arcane, like a magic circle kind of around it, and various smaller magic circles etched into the empty space around the door. And to the south, these are also stone doors, but appear to have no handle. There's just the indented outline of a 7-pointed star in the center, like between the 2 doors. And inside this outline, there are various slits and hollows where the handles like would be.
I don't like that door.
Probably have to find some
Sort of handle.
to slot in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose we won't be starting with that one.
I mean, we could examine it. Wouldn't hurt to
That's a good point.
check and see if this one has any, like, if it just like it has all this stuff on it and no handles, and all you do is push it.
We just push it open.
You approach
Turns out
and try to
doors.
push the door in. It doesn't seem to give.
Okay, just had to make sure.
It's fair. Maybe it was an automatic sliding door. We just had to get close enough. It would just open
I'll
for us.
just kind of wave my hands a little bit.
Or it's pressure plate. You got to be standing on something.
The other 2 doors both
Go
have like
go
these
back and
stone
stand on the
handles.
pressure plate in the other room. Maybe that's what that pressure plate was there for.
Stomp on it.
In the trap that was actually to open this door.
You have to leave one person there. And then,
We'll put Nawalia on it.
Ah, there you go. Especially with all of her armor still attached, she'll be
Rock.
way too enough.
Yeah, that's the puzzle here. Is it's a weight puzzle. You need to put
Yay.
Nawalia and Leary's bodies on top
Ah, there we go.
to depress it far enough. Yeah.
Now, what are these other doors?
So yeah, I'd like to examine the door and see if there's any way to activate it from here.
Okay.
Mechanism.
Give me a perception.
Perception. That button is 17 total.
17. Okay. You scan the door, looking for some way to open it, but alas, it seems like the obvious way to open it is to return the handles to these positions. But you don't have the handles, so.
That does make it difficult. All right.
how about towers first, or crystal ball first?
I like the towers.
Towers or balls?
Well, when you put it that
Put
way.
them together. I don't know. This is a room of towers and balls.
Go with towers.
All right, we'll go with the towers.
We're in a shape that looks like towers and balls right now.
Oh, dear.
Let me see just a sec.
Actually, now that we know that there are traps, should I be checking for traps while we're down here?
That's a good idea.
We hadn't run into any really before.
Would you like to
Being
check
down
for
here,
traps?
I would love to check for traps.
Okay, perception.
Is it perception or thievery?
Oh, no, it's perception to look for traps.
All right. Well, then I will kind of check around, see if there's any made about that button there. It's a 23.
23. Okay, you search the door and the hall that you're in for any traps, and there's none that you can see.
Oh, I
Seems
love that
safe.
DM phrasing. All right.
Let's try to open the tower door.
Okay. You open the door with the towers on it.
Does it push or pull?
It pulls open.
Okay. Then they may all kind of be like that.
Yeah, so you pull the doors open, and the room ahead of you is barren, save for a marble throne atop a raised dais. To either side of the dais are statues of that man again, clutching a book and a glaive, and there's a ghostly figure seated on the throne. And that appears to be the same man as in the statues. He seems to be addressing an audience as if he were like a king or an emperor or something. He's gesturing his hands about. His fingers are decorated with hooked rings, but the words that are coming out of his mouth are difficult to understand. They don't appear to be in the common tongue.
Time to shut the door. Slowly close the door.
Okay, but then again,
I mean, I was gonna suggest we do have that one scroll. Don't know if we want to blow it on this.
we could wait and see if he's repeating himself or if he's just like, if he recognizes we're here, if he's just doing this action forever.
Okay, if you wait a while, eventually you notice that this does appear to be looping. He's not reacting to you all in any way. There seem to be some brief gaps or glitches in the animation, so to speak, and it just loops again and again and again. It seems to be like a couple of sentences worth of things that he's saying.
Yeah, we could pop that scroll. We could also try to write down what he's saying and see if what's his name might know.
Robert?
Roderick, yeah.
Right. How easy is it to write down a language we don't know?
Yeah. You can.
As much as I like that line of thinking, I just don't
Found
know
out-
how effective we're going to be. It's like writing down. I don't think any of us speak Arabic, so trying to write down Arabic just from hearing it's.
You'd write down like the English sounds and then try and repeat them, and then you're just like, what are you saying? What are
What do
you
you think that
trying
might
to
be?
You can
say?"
certainly try. That'd be a society check, I think, to attempt it. It would take some time. It'd probably take about 30 minutes.
I'm bad at society. Do not look at me.
Write down a couple sentences.
And then if you find
In another
somebody
language that
who-
we don't understand.
If you find somebody that knows it, then they have to attempt a really hard society check to try and decipher it.
2 natural 20s on society check later. Or I could just blow the scroll. Or
What
we
is
could
the
just assume
scroll?
it's not important.
And come back later.
Aye.
What was the scroll that you were going to use?
Comprehend languages. Lets
Oh.
me understand a language that I'm reading or hearing. Or somebody else. Either way.
Oh, I guess I'll show you a picture of the guy that you're looking at.
Okay.
Man
Ooh.
with glaive. He looks charming.
Without stepping inside the room,
It's a robed man wielding this flaming glaive and another one of these
Oh god, what's wrong with his hand?
books.
Looks diseased.
His hand is actually not diseased. He's got these really long clawed rings on each finger, like I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
can I make
They
a
make him look like he's got claws, but he doesn't.
perception check to scope out the rest of the room and see if there's anything interesting in there
Sure.
other than this projection?
Okay. Yeah, go for it. And could you move your mic a little bit closer? You got really quiet.
Okay. I got a 9.
Okay, you search the room, or you scan the room from the entry doorway, and you don't see anything else. It looks pretty blank. There's not much here except for the throne and the statues.
All right. Shall we close the door and try the other one?
I don't see any good reason to. I don't know what he's saying, and since doesn't seem to be affecting us much, I think we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
If we come back later after not using the scroll, we can maybe use it if he's still chilling.
I get
Okay.
the feeling he's not going anywhere.
You close the door.
And we'll go check out the orbs room. Single
Okay.
orb, double
You
orb.
proceed to check out the doors that lead you to the east. Opening these doors, you can see there's a short set of stairs leading down about 5 feet to a room with 3 low tables, their tops covered with strange and chilling selection of tools, saws, long-bladed knives, and objects whose purposes aren't really apparent to you. On the southernmost table of the 3, there is a collection of bones. Too many to be one skeleton, but probably too few to be 2 of them.
Well,
That looks interesting.
the sign on the door was like magic circles and crystals, something like that.
Is that a
Is that
question?
correct?
Yeah, it was like a big orb and some magic circles. Yeah.
Nothing like that apparent in here.
I mean, you guys are standing at the doorway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
If
that
you want to
means we'll
look
have
more,
guards.
you need to walk inside.
I will walk in.
Okay.
All right.
I am honestly surprised Asher held back this long. There were bones to be looked at.
I know. I was like, I'll go in. Here I go. Let me
Let's go check these out.
bones.
I'll let them take the lead because this doesn't look like a pleasant place, but none of this place looks
Fiddle with
pleasant, so
Bones.
Okay, Asher takes the initiative and steps forward. The others also follow, but keep their distance a bit. Asher, you're looking through the various objects on the tables.
I just go in. Yeah.
Okay. The tools that are on the tables, while you probably wouldn't find any use for them, they do appear to be made out of silver and gold, or at least have bits of silver and gold in them. They're very fine looking. You could probably sell these for a hefty sum if you wanted. There is also, in closer examining the table to the east, there is something that you realize it doesn't quite fit with these other tools. It appears to be, as you flip it over, you realize that it's a 7-pointed star shape, with 2 on one surface is on one side is a bunch of small blades, and on the other side are what appear to be 2 handles, 2 curved handles.
Ooh.
handles for the dar, perhaps.
Pick
Handles
it
for the
up.
door.
Okay, you pick up the 7-pointed star.
7-point star with blades.
Yeah, it's got little thin blades on one side, and on the opposite side it's got 2 handles.
So is
And
it
it's-
like the
it's-
7-pointed star, and then the blades are like, I don't know how to do this. Like, here's the star, and the blades like, yeah.
Yeah, the blades are on one
Sticking
side.
out
on
like the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's 2 little handles.
Might be how it slots into the dar, is with the blades. Maybe.
Yes, that is a very reasonable assumption.
Okay.
I'm gesturing.
I've found this.
Oh, ignore that.
Okay,
Sorry.
Asher shows it to the others.
Wrong button.
Look.
Well, that's neat. I guess we have our entrance to the southern door.
Yep, seems like it.
Are we gonna leave these other things in here?
What was it exactly? Some kind of bones, but gold.
No, there's a bunch of surgical tools.
Made out of possibly silver and gold parts.
Okay, so ornate tools.
The bones,
Yeah.
if you do you touch the bones?
I've been touching the bones, Jason.
Okay, the moment you touch the bones, they crumble to dust.
No, the bones.
You're ruining Asher's collection. Ancient bones.
We got some ornate tools. I guess let's pick those up.
I mean, might as well take them with us.
Mhm.
I don't think they're gonna see much use down here anymore.
Okay, that's one bulk of ornate tools.
Sure.
Whoever wants to take those.
List.
We probably are pretty much loaded for bear at this point.
I've got a bit of room to carry things, not a whole lot, but
Honestly, haven't been keeping that much track of bulk.
You should.
I
You should.
Tell you a story about a spider bite sometime.
All right, well, tell me a story about what Asher's and Greshy and Gunn are doing right now.
We can learn about the spider bite later, though.
About what my character-
Well, Asher is very interested in this spider bite now.
Yeah, now Asher wants to know about that. Tell us about Gunn's story. All right, well, let's go to the door. Do we want to open it, or do we want to just
I think try the handles and see what's there.
wanna pop it
Sure.
in, or see if it fits? Okay.
Let me load up. I will take the bulk worth of ornate tools.
Hopefully the ghost wasn't saying absolutely do not go in the south door no matter what.
Well, we'll never know. Was it a warning? Was he insulting his peers? We won't know.
Okay, you press the 7-pointed star into the indentation. The blades do perfectly fit in all the little slots that I mentioned. As it does, there's like a rippling effect on the door, and a seam appears in the middle of the star, as the star itself separates. And there's a crackling magical noise, and a shining light sears the crack between the doors.
Uh-oh. This door is very magical.
Let's draw our weapons.
Greshy's basically always got his staff out, but sure.
Maybe it's a good door.
Am I? And then yeah, I'm ready when you are.
It's a nice door that goes to a nice place. All right. I'm going to listen to the door.
Okay.
Right.
Perception.
Yeah. What does it sound like? An 11.
You can't hear anything on the other side of this door.
All
Not sure if the
right.
doors are
Well,
too
I'm
thick or...
ready to close this door. Okay. I'm gonna open the door slowly, sneaky. As
Okay.
sneaky as the door can be.
You turn the handles, and as you do, there's another ripple of magical energy, as you feel something breaking. You open the doors to reveal
A tic tac.
yes, a large rectangular chamber, in the center of which there is a 10-foot pool of burbling lava. And as you do so,
That's not good.
a burst of a plume of flames shoots up, and something rises from the flames.
Nope. Nothing rises from the flames. Oh no! What?
Oh, he looks like a good friend.
How could we have been so wrong?
What's this wee shit?
A
All of
massive
us agree
monster
this is not the way.
climbs out of the flames, and I'm gonna need initiative checks,
Oh,
please.
of course
It's
you are.
time to close the door. No, I take everything back.
It's a 14 for my initiative. It's a miserable roll.
Oh.
I did not.
Society back.
Did I not select my token? Oh, there
I
it is.
deleted all the tokens, so
That's fair. I got you.
okay.
I fixed it.
And let's switch to battle music.
24.
I can't believe they were so stupid they couldn't figure out this series of.
Asher
Well,
also
they
couldn't
apparently
figure it out.
Yeah, Asher. No, Greshy was here. Asher knows.
This
You
is
let
the
Greshy have it.
this is the dungeon of misdirection.
God.
I was thinking it was going to be behind the door with the
With the skulls,
with
right?
the skulls.
You know, when we said it's definitely there, Jason was like, "Oh, they're so stupid."
You've been bamboozled. Should have known.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the creature again. There we go. There we go.
I think
Okay.
we should just close the door and walk
Yeah.
away.
What if I just close the door? Oh, Gunn's going first. Gun, what if we
Well-
just close the door? It took the key back.
We'd have to take the handles out.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just do that.
I think we can do
Okay.
it.
Well, it got
Oh,
a 24, and it beats
No.
your initiative. So we've got Malfeshnikor at a 24, Gunn at a 24, Asher at a 21, and Greshy at a 14. So as this creature, it's kind of like a maned furry beast, demonic in nature. It's got like massive bat ears. It's quite large as it climbs out of the flames. It's going to it bellows out. Yes, now I am free. Finally, after all these years. And it's going to move forward and attack.
Why don't I get a prize for letting it free? Why does it attack?
I don't know.
Yeah, I should get. It should be like, here's a nice prize for you.
So it's going to move forward and inhale and exhale a blast of toxic fumes. I'm going to need everybody,
Oh dear.
including Phelan, to make a fortitude save.
You would too. Greshy's fortitude is 19 total.
I'm gonna use my reaction to add 2 to mine and make it a 17.
Oh, a natural one. I'm so happy.
Phelan got the 26 total.
Okay, let's see. So Phelan succeeds. Everyone else fails. Asher critically fails.
I fail miserably.
Yeah, that's an awful failure there.
Okay, so Asher takes 68 points of
Goodbye.
poison.
What? What?
It doubles with a critical failure. That was a bad
Doubles with a
failure.
critical failure. He is right there in the blast zone.
And I down.
This is
The rest
Yeah,
of
cool.
you each take, well, Phelan takes half of 34, the other two take 34 points
So
of poison
17
damage.
for Phelan. 30 far?
Yes, so 17 for Phelan, 34 for the other two. And it's poison damage, so if you're resistant or anything like that.
No.
And that was its 2 actions.
Close the door.
so
Okay,
it was
Gunn.
so easy to let this dude out. Yeah, close the door, try and take the handles off.
Okay, you step forward.
I mean, it opened out toward us, right? Because the handles are on this side, so I should be able to.
Yeah, but you're gonna need to be you'll have to step forward to actually reach and close both doors.
All right,
Unless you have 10 feet arms.
fair enough.
He does.
I'm gonna grab the door that I'm standing right next to, then pull it with me as I walk over to the other door. Close
Okay.
it.
You close the two doors. They are closed.
I take the handles off.
It does not come off. So sorry. You pull the handles off, but the door doesn't seem like it's stuck anymore. You have broken the arcane seal. It is now just two doors that can swing freely.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Greshy, grab Asher.
I'm on the
And it's
ground.
time to
I'll give you.
haul.
You have. No, that's all three. Greshy.
Well, Greshy's gonna run up to Asher and do battle medicine on Asher to try and get him up off the ground.
Okay, one action to
where's my-
approach, second action to battle medicine.
Second action to pull out my medical kit, and then third action would be a 16, which is barely a success, but a success nonetheless.
Okay, so that is 2d8 healing to Asher.
6 total to Asher,
Okay, 6
and Asher
points of
is
healing to
no
Asher.
longer wounded.
Okay,
Ah,
Asher, you're back up with 6 HP.
the stinky beast.
Get back.
Okay, top of the round. Asher, you're now before
I'm-
Alfeshnakor.
Oh my
Well, the
god.
door's closed, isn't it?
What are we gonna do? Should we just? Well, he's gonna go next.
Door's closed, isn't it?
The door
Yeah,
is
but it's
closed, but it's very loosely closed. You can see the toxic fumes like spilling out like from behind.
Sure. I'm just saying, can we get the fuck away?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be my preference.
Which way should we go? I'm just gonna go out.
Okay,
Uh,
Asher backs out into the intersection and looks around, asking where should we go, and then
Yeah, where should we go?
Away. I don't care.
Well, based on what we found so far, probably the safest place is to run for the skull doors.
I'm running to the skull doors regardless of the face.
Oh dear.
I lost count. Hold on, I have to come back. 5,
oh goodness.
40.
It's probably a mistake too. I'm
Did
just
we go
trying to
the
get the fuck
skull
away.
doors?
Okay,
Are we
Asher
going there?
goes.
Gonna leave.
So your first action was to stand up, second action was to move, third action was to move again. Is that what happened?
Did you actually go that way?
So which way, as a team, which way do we want to go?
Out of. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Let me
I'm-
start again.
I would say let's go to the exit
15, 20,
and
25.
get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Asher is running back towards in the direction of Nwalia's room.
All right, this is how far I get. I'm
Okay.
just running. We're all gonna die if we don't run.
I'm probably dead as it is, but
Oh no!
not much we can do. I can only get you. I can either leave you to die or I can get you up, and that's it. So
I guess we can hide.
there was a reason why I did not want to be in here. Just gonna say that. Maybe we can hide. It may not know its way around here. So
Let's see. Okay. It is going to. It's gonna try and open the doors. Gunn, you can use your reaction to try and push back on the door if you want.
I will
Making
do
this
that.
versus its versus your athletics DC. So what's
I will
10
do
plus your
that.
athletics modifier?
19.
19. Okay. So it's attempting a check versus you. Okay, it got an 18 on the first one. So it pushes up against the doors, and you steel yourself and try to hold back. I'll let your reaction count for the whole round. The second one pushes the doors open and pushes you back 5 feet. And the third action of Malfeshnikor is going to be to step forward. Where are you going? Gunn.
Peace.
Are you
Run
just
with
moving?
No, I'm gonna withdraw and then double move.
Okay, so you take one action to step 5 feet. And then 2 actions to move and move.
Move. First one should get me. Actually, let's see.
You
5,
run
2,
back
3, 4.
past the
Here?
gold coins and continue moving again. Or was that was
And
both
then-
movements?
That was one.
Okay, that was one movement.
20, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, you run past Asher through the trapped hallway from before. Greshy.
All right. We're going to do a step. I'm not out of its reach, am I?
You're not sure?
I have no way. Well, we're gonna send Phelan for my second action to get the fuck out. 5, 10,
Okay, so Phelan gets 2 actions
15,
to run.
20, 25, 30.
Oh, that's
35.
really unfortunate that familiar-based that pet classes like have less maximum speed than everyone else because they have to be ordering their pet to run all the time.
35. Yeah. And Greshy will attempt to get as far away as possible.
Okay.
5,
Okay, you move safely.
10,
Does not appear to have reach.
15, 20. And
Okay.
that's the end of my turn.
Greshy runs through the halls, but he's behind as he waited for Phelan to run past him first. Top of round 3, Asher.
Oh, 5, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, I'm gonna go this
Let me
far.
zoom out on the map so you guys can actually see what's happening.
We have Ron a bit away from here.
Okay,
Actually,
Asher
I'm
is
gonna
running back through
here.
the statue room at the beginning of this floor.
And I'm gonna draw my long bow.
Okay, you
'Cause I'm
draw your
waiting for
longbow.
Greshy to appear.
Okay, it is
Make sure-
Malfeshnikor's turn. How fast can it move? Okay,
Hopefully not fast. Wait, can it fit through the tiny hole?
it's
There are
going to use a
squeezing
move
rules.
action to do so.
what I'm afraid
That's
of.
its second action, and its third action is going to be to try and grapple Greshy. So it's squeezing through the gap where the pillar of gold coins was, and reaches out a claw to grab at Greshy. And that might actually be a miss. That's not great. Let me confirm the grapple rule. Grapple. Forget what it targets. Let's see. Skills, athletics, grapple.
Fortitude DC.
Yes, what is your fortitude DC?
Help so I can pull that up here. 19. 10 plus my fortitude, which is 9.
Okay, no, it's got a 23 on the attack, so it grabs hold of you and holds you in place. You can't escape me. No one can escape me. Gunn, your turn.
I hear something. I hear Greshy in trouble.
Yeah, you can hear that that voice echoing through since all the doors are open.
15. If I step
Okay.
up to here, can I see?
Yes, you retreat to the doorway and see Greshy currently grabbed by Malfeshnikor.
I'm going to use my conjuration of a stone to try to hit the arm that's holding Greshy, the creature.
Okay.
which is a
Let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
hurtling stone. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. Yeah, I guess roll the damage a second time. I guess I don't have a critical button on that.
I think it just does double damage because it's a spell.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, you can roll it again. Either way, 2d6 plus 4 is the bonus.
Yeah, that was pretty garbage roll. Let's do
But you roll an extra one.
worse.
Well, it's 9.
It's 19.
So 19 total damage to Malfeshnikor. It strikes the hand. It roars. Okay. That was one action.
Is
Or two
Greshy
actions,
free?
sorry. No, Greshy is not free.
Okay.
I'll give Greshy a bonus to an escape attempt on his turn.
Well, I'd rather make him approach me than approach him and do nothing. So I will raise shield.
Okay, you raise your shield. Greshy, it's your turn. You can attempt an escape. That is an
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. It might just be.
It's either. I've
either?
got it
Okay.
on page 470.
Thank you.
I can attempt either acrobatics or athletics.
And this is against its.
Typically, the athletics DC of a creature grabbing you,
Okay.
or if there's a different escape DC listed for it.
Not in this case. So
All
go
right.
roll it.
We'll try acrobatics to try and slip out. So 19.
Okay, with the bonus from the damage that Gunn just did, you managed to slip out of its grasp.
Okay, well that's better. I'm
Hold
going
on.
to.
Go.
I'm aware. I'm thinking of how I want to do this.
Under the
Step.
skull door.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll open the skull door and then just run through there.
gang?
So Greshy is currently in front of a doorway to the sort of 10-foot hallway, and Gunn is on the other side of that 10-foot hallway.
And you used all your actions, so you've got nothing prepared, which is fine. I am going to. So that was one action. Step with another action. Is it for AO for attacks of opportunity? Is it within its attack range?
Anytime you leave a square
A
that's
square that's threatened. So
Yes. So that the square you're currently in, so you stepped up and you
into the hallway
You're still currently in a threatened square.
in its threatened range.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might as well.
I was going to say there's really no point in me doing a step then, because
Yeah.
unless I'm going to do another step, which is just a waste. But I'm going to go down if I get hit. So fuck
go
it. It's
down, I
not
can
it's not a
grab.
step. I'm going to move. I'm going to go my full movement if I can.
Okay. It will take the attack of opportunity. It'll try and claw at you as you round the corner. You do have cover
Sure.
from this.
Okay.
And it apparently can't roll very well. That was not great. 17 to hit your AC.
That does not hit.
Okay, so it managed to scrape at the wall just as you slip past. So you can keep
All
moving.
right. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I can't close the door, and I've been wanting to close the door behind us as we go, but I can't. So we're going to keep going. 5, 10, 15, 20. And
Okay,
that's the end of my
Greshy
turn.
runs through the trapped hallway and out of breath catches up to Phelan, who is stopped at looking back, worried. Gunn is now in the hallway by himself, shield up, as the monster is moving through the halls. Asher.
I'm just gonna wait, actually. Greshy's
you
here,
want
but now
to-
Gunn is gone.
Prepare an attack.
You can delay if you
yeah.
want. You can delay,
I
which is just you give up your turn for now and just tell me after somebody else's turn, you can jump in and say your turn is now. And if you don't do anything this round, then you just go back to your normal initiative.
What is this arrow?
That's me.
Somebody's doing a
Don't
ruler.
Ignore me.
Okay, so do
Yeah,
you
I
want
was
to
like,
delay?
ooh, what curiosities. Yes, I do.
Okay, so Asher will delay. So just at the end of somebody's turn, you can tell me you want to jump in. I'll try and remember to ask you. Okay, it's Malfeshnakor's turn. Okay, so 5. It's going to step up towards the door. See, that has to kind of squeeze through. It will just barely squeeze through into the halls and try and swipe at next time. Okay. It's gonna try and swipe at Gunn with its claw. I can't roll well. 20 to hit
Does not hit.
on the first attack, and second
Shield
attack.
deflects.
Second attack is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
That will hit, okay. So that's this. 16 points of slashing damage. So it slashes across you.
Well, even a shield block won't prevent me from going down to that. So, down I go.
Okay. So you block the first attack with your shield. It then it pulls the shield aside and scrapes at you, at your chest, and you fall.
Mm-hmm.
You are now also at 24 initiative above Malfeshnakor. That's Malfeshnakor's turn. Asher, if you want to jump in, you can.
Not yet.
Okay, you see, I think you can see.
Can I actually see him?
No, you can see Gunn, is what I was gonna say. So you see Gunn fall over in the hallway.
I'm gonna shoot it. Like, I want to shoot it when it comes through the door. Can I make
Okay.
it my turn and then ready an attack?
Yes, you can. It's not really going to matter because your turn's going to come back up at the start of the round, so.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Greshy.
I can't do anything for Gunn. I have to
That's
run.
This happens sometimes.
I have no healing left.
Understandable. It's all good. Get yourselves out. That's my advice.
Your ghostly advice.
I mean,
Greshy's gonna keep running.
a surprise round would have been probably enough for us to go nope while this thing was still busy crawling from its lava-y
30,
tomb, but
35. Oh, holy shit.
Greshy.
Well,
You in your panic, you run through the halls, back up the stairs, and as you're rounding the corner, you hear the footsteps of two people making their way down in your direction. The one in front is Ameko. The person
Friends.
behind is an elven woman that you've not met before.
I could take a guess. Shalilu?
What?
I think I'm taking a guess based on I
Shalay.
have a name. But all right. Hi.
Greshy, is that you? Are you okay? You're bleeding.
No, we're not okay. I need guns down.
even
I can't heal him right now. Anything you have?
I can try to help.
And
And,
Greshy will just point down the stairs.
Tell them about
And
the important part.
also, there's a terrible beastie dog.
May or may not have released a gigantic demon.
We may have somebody may have released a gigantic demon. And yeah, we'll just call it converse in my action there.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let me go ahead and roll their initiatives. Oh. Mako got a 26.
It's appreciated.
And Shillelagh also did pretty well. 25. Okay, so they're actually first.
Perfect timing.
Mako pushes past you, Greshy, and runs down the stairs to see what's happening. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She can see Gunn there. Can she reach?
Not with a 30 foot.
Okay, she's gonna try and get closer. Oh, as close as she can. She'll get past. Well, yeah, she'll get into range behind this pillar here. She can hear the barghest's scratchings and heavy panting, so she doesn't want to get too close. But she's gonna draw her rapier in one hand and a flute in the other. So that is Mako's turn. Shillelagh is gonna run down. Oops, I moved her off the map. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. She gets up to here in front of Asher. And she's gonna
Actually.
quick draw her longbow.
Heck yeah, longbow buddies.
I guess she can't hit anything. She draws a longbow and also draws a potion and tosses it over to Asher.
Ooh,
Go Team Longbow.
I'm gonna drink that potion.
Okay.
Who knows what it is?
You regain 8 hit points.
Yay.
Somehow I knew you'd be in trouble.
Ah,
She scoffs at you.
she mocks me. But you said 8 hit points?
Yes, 8 hit points.
Okay.
Looks like we came just in time.
There we go.
Okay, you have 2 actions left.
I have 2 actions left. Now I can ready an action. It's 2 actions to ready, right?
Yes, 2 actions to ready for when
Okay.
the beast appears.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot when I see it.
Okay, Gunn, you are unconscious.
I'm gonna try and
bleeding
keep my
out.
blood in.
Okay, attempt. This is a D20. Whoops.
Could he use a hero point to stabilize?
You might as well try it first and then use the hero point.
Oh, that's fair.
Yep. And
So
I
you
have,
have
plus
1 hero
one.
point. And I will actually
That's
give you
cool.
a second hero point for going back for Greshy and getting that critical success.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna roll 1d20. I got a 13.
A 13. Yes, that beats it, right? That's 10 plus the
Yeah, I think so. And if
10 plus
I mean,
wounded,
I also
which is
have
only 1.
the toughness.
Yep, 10 plus your
plus
dying
1.
value. So yes, you succeed. You are currently just unconscious and not bleeding out anymore.
Yay.
For the
Uh,
moment, until this
no.
thing chomps down on me.
Well, Alfeshnakor has more important things to deal with than a corpse at the moment. He's going to kind of squeeze through this hallway, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Ow.
30. We'll use a second move. 35, 40, 50. Asher, you can get your readied shot
Let's see if
as
it.
it comes through the door.
Oh, here it comes. Doot doot doot. That's a 13.
Okay, 13 does not hit. You, in your panic, you fire at the at Malfeshnakor as it comes through the hall, but it just kind of sticks into its hide. Doesn't seem like it did any damage. And I think it's still got one more. Oh, it's still moving, so it's going to try and move here. And I think it's the end of its movement, but it can do an attack, so it's going to attack, I guess, Mako, because she's closer. And the only one that he can hit. So he's going to try and snap at her with his jaws. There's a 27 to hit. That will hit her for this amount of damage. Okay. Oops. Okay. Alright, she takes some damage from that attack. Greshy.
Great, cool. All right. Well, Greshy's going to come back down the stairs and see what the hell's going on.
Hi, Gresh.
Well, hello there. This is could be going worse. God, it's still fucking over there, and pretty damn unconscious. All right, he'll spend his next action to have Phelan take a snap at the creature. And that would be this button, that button, and that button.
Okay, Phelan not afraid of anything. Barks
Still isn't afraid of anything.
Chomps 11 to hit, does not hit.
Unfortunately. And then he's going to have Phelan take a step away from the creature. Just a step. And then Greshy, for his final action, will pull the wand. One of the which ones? On the wrong page. That's why there's no wand showing up. Ooh, Wand of Shock and Grasp is. Yeah, he'll pull the Wand of Shock and Grasp out, just to have it on hand. And that will be the end of his actions.
All right. Top of the round, Mako's turn. Not wanting to get hit by this thing, she's going to step back with her first action, and I think that's still within enough range. Oh. Wait, yes. Right?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird, but
Okay,
pretty sure that's 30.
25, 30. Oh, no, she didn't need to be there. Ah, shoot. Ah, she's going to do it anyway. She's going to cast Healing Word.
Casting look like in this?
Nothing. Did, its action has not been taken up.
By the way, I checked on something.
Yeah?
When you use the heroic recovery, you get up with 1 hit point. You don't just auto-stabilize.
No, they errated
that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to be 0. It's in 2 different places in the book it says different things. So it's supposed to be 0 hit points. Actually, Mako's going to delay. Shalelu, can you distract it?
Yeah. That's too bad, because it specifically says become conscious, too.
Yeah. I think it was become conscious with 1 hit point in the playtest, and they changed it.
Yeah, they only changed. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Shalelu is going to do 1 attack. That will actually hit. For some amount of damage. Her arrow flies true, strikes it in the eye, dealing some damage to it. And it's a distraction you want, sure. She'll step up to it and attack again from close range. She got a natural 1 on that, and she's obviously intentionally triggering an AOO here. So the creature swipes at her. And that's a hearty hit, and that is actually critical to her.
Oh, fuck. Well, it was distraction. How many people are we going to have die here?
Okay, she's pretty badly hurt, it looks like. But with that opening, Mako is going to take her turn and cast Healing Word on Gunn.
No, she doesn't have Soothe.
Or sorry, Soothe, whatever.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying Soothe is better.
I don't think healing word exists in this game. I'm
Also
pretty sure
probably true. Now that you say that.
I
I think
can't
you're
find
correct.
it? Oh, there it is. Soothe. D10 plus 4. She's gonna go and heighten it. Sure. So it's gonna be 3d10 plus 4 times 3.
Damn.
12.
Wow.
Plus 12. Okay, you get 23 hit points back, Gunn, and you are conscious.
This is
And you also get a +2 to saves versus mental effects for 1 minute. And with that, she's also going to bring the flute to her mouth and do an Inspire Courage, spending her focus point to do so. So everybody gets a +1 to, I believe, attack and damage.
I think that's what it was for Inspire Courage.
Inspire.
Double check.
+1 to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear.
It's pretty good.
Okay, the distraction worked. Asher.
All right, I am gonna hunt prey. The only thing to hunt prey, the giant, angry creature.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to shoot with
All
my
right.
longbow again.
I'm gonna say it doesn't have cover because it's much bigger than these other creatures, and that's a
It's
natural,
a natural
20.
20
Womp,
anyway.
womp, womp. That will hit, definitely. So that's a
Did you
critical.
happen to use one of your fancy arrows, or
I didn't. I
Okay.
wasn't using them right now.
that's It's fair.
that's
I was
still
nervous,
a good
I only
chunk
had
of
two left.
damage.
I guess I should just use
This is
them. But
like
yeah,
48 plus a bunch. So
I'll take
we
it.
have 1. Oh wait, that's my attack. Ignore
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, roll the.
1, 2. So this is 14 plus. No, I can't do math.
15,
15.
29.
Yeah, 29
So
total.
29.
Okay,
Plus
29
1
points.
Isn't
Sorry,
it
and
plus
what?
1 for the
Oh yes, and plus
Alright,
+2 because it's critical. Okay, you do a solid strike in its, I guess it's its neck. It's gushing out blood now. I see. Okay. That was your first attack, right?
Yeah, I still have
Or-
one
oh,
more.
sorry. Yeah, you have one more.
I will attempt to wait. Let me mark down what I'm using. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to strike it again with a 19.
A 19 is not enough. You
Okay.
try and get another good shot on it, but it is too
Yikes.
defensive. Gun.
Well, that was actually a 20.
Oh yeah, it was actually
Forgot.
20.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
20. 20 is still not enough.
Okay, just
Okay.
making sure.
I'm
Go
gonna
checking.
stand up.
Okay.
Do I need to separately pick up my
Yes, you need to
Stuff.
pick up your weapons separately.
and shield?
Yes, you can pick. I'll let you
Everything
pick them
else
up together. Yeah.
Okay.
So with 2
Then-
actions, you're standing, shield in hand.
Sword and shield in hand. Yeah, I need to rotate myself because I'm heading.
I got you.
Head first down this corridor, but is there a value to running up and standing next to the creature? Yes, there is, because then I'm within 15 feet of my allies
And flanking.
and flanking.
Okay, you run up behind Malfeshnakor, providing flanking bonuses to your allies. It is Malfeshnakor's turn. Let's see, what is it going to do? Insects, all of you! I'll devour you all! And it's going to try and bite at Shalelu. And
Yeah, I was right. It was Shalelu.
that will hit. A little bite at Mako. Second attack. For that will not hit. And third attack, it's going to claw at Gunn. That also won't hit. That's like a 15. Okay, so the hit onto a Mako. Do you want to use your reaction gun? Oh, sorry, not Mako. I meant Shalelu.
Shalelu, yes. I will give her the damage resistance and get it. I mean, I assume it's not going to change its mind about swinging.
No, definitely.
So it has she gets 5 damage resistance, and Malfeshnikor, under the
so it was
weight
5
of his
resistance.
Yep.
Okay.
5 damage resistance, and he gets enfeebled 2 until the end of its next turn.
Okay. She takes a solid hit, but that moment of hesitation buys her just enough life to squeak by. She is barely standing there, and Malfeshnikor is enfeebled 2.
In this case, it may be more like holy weakness than actually hesitation.
That's true.
Either way.
But in any case, then that makes the other 2 strikes weaker. So they definitely don't hit. Greshy.
Well, I've got it, so I might as well burn it on something else, something like this. Greshy will charge a bit of darker looking energy and channel it through his staff as he points at the creature and attempts to frighten it, if possible.
Okay.
So he will cast Fear, which requires a will save with a DC 19.
Will save DC 19. That is its will. Okay, so... Oh, that was almost a natural 1.
I'm okay with it not being a natural 1, to be perfectly honest.
It is an 18.
18 is still a failure.
So it's
18
a failure.
is a failure, so it is frightened 2.
You scared
Okay.
the demon.
A wave of fear passes over it, and it is... sure, frightened 2.
Out of curiosity, with Gunn's positioning, I would imagine Phelan standing here would not provide any sort of...
No.
Okay. Unfortunate. We'll put him out there.
Yeah, you have to be on
And
opposite
Phelan will-
sides of the creature to give flanking.
Right. Yeah. Phelan will step forward and go ahead and attempt another chomp at the slightly more cowed creature. That's a 22 to hit. 23 with the Inspire Courage.
Good
23
God.
to hit, and does frightened reduce AC still?
Surely
remember this.
Enfeebled does not.
All checks and
Conditions.
DCs, yeah. AC is the type of DC, so yes. So that will hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Aye. So yes, let's roll some damage on that. It's 10 points of piercing damage. Maxed that right out there, Phelan. Good dog.
Is
Goodbye.
Phelan magical in any way?
He is not, unfortunately.
Okay,
he will not
so
have magic.
he leaps out, bites into the into Malfeshnikor's hide, but can't quite pierce the skin.
Really? Did nothing?
Yep, did nothing.
Okay. Well, that's all 3 actions there, so that will be the end.
Okay, Shalelu's turn at the top of
Maybe
round
take a step
6.
back, lady.
Yeah, she is definitely gonna. Now that her trick has worked, she takes a step as her first action, and is going to fire off 2 arrows. First one's natural 1. Second one is a that is enough to hit. So she fires and lands another good shot in its side.
So, in other D20 systems, she would have flanking, but like if Ameko wasn't here, I wouldn't have flanking.
Correct.
But she would have flanking from me. Is that still...
So Shalelu doesn't have flanking because she's ranged. You have to actually be adjacent to it.
Okay.
But
That's what I was
Ameko,
saying,
you
like-
and Ameko have flanking. If Shalelu was standing right next to it, then she would have flanking as well.
Right.
It's just
are also
opposite,
other
that's what I was
conditions.
opposite sides.
That's what I was asking. You don't get the benefit of having an ally. Like it would.
Right.
Yes, you only use
There
one
are
other
other
ally.
conditions that
This
can
system.
inflict flat-footed, which is effectively what flanking does.
Yes.
And those conditions can do it at range, but not flanking by
Okay.
nature.
Correct. Okay, Ameko's turn. She's just going to try and stay in melee then. She'll use one action to keep up the Inspire, using her other point. And she'll go and try and make it. Oh, she doesn't have 3 points. She only has 2. Okay. So she's going to keep the Inspire going for one more round and try to attack with her rapier. Natural 2 is not going to do that. That might, with all the bonuses, yes, that will hit. So that. Okay, she manages to stab it in the side, dealing a small amount of damage to it. Asher.
Alright, I'm just gonna try to shoot it many times. Okay. 17 plus 1, 18 plus I don't know what else.
It has a minus 2 AC.
Yeah, so effectively a 20 to hit will not hit on the first strike.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Okay, 2 more strikes to go.
A 20.
Age
23.
21, 22,
Plus
23
1, yeah.
effectively. 23 will not hit.
What? Damn.
You
Alright,
can
let
try
me-
again if you want.
5.
You have one more action.
And that's not gonna work. It's a 10.
No.
Okay, you fire off 3 quick shots trying to hit the creature, but they're just kind of sticking in its backside. Gun.
I'm gonna light my sword on fire. Then I'm gonna attack.
Okay, your blade alights, and you swing. With your second
And
action.
I've rolled, but it's
Slugging.
lagging.
It's a
there
very
we go.
long swing with a lot of startup lag.
We got a 21 plus flanking, 23, which we already know does not hit.
It's not. Yeah, it's not quite a hit. Third action.
I'll swing again. I can do better than that. It's coming through.
Okay, you
It's
wheel the
coming.
blade back
It's a
around.
heavy blade.
It's
Heft
coming.
it
Natural 20.
overhand. Natural 20 for a total of 25 to hit. That is
Plus
just
bonuses.
barely a critical.
All
Oh,
right.
plus the bonuses make it definitely critical, so you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and
Let's
roll
roll
the
damage
damage.
twice.
Double damage.
We have 9 plus 10, 19.
19 is exactly its health.
Thank
As you
goodness.
slice, we'll say you stab this into the back of the creature. Malfectionacore gives out a mighty roar. No, I waited so long. And poisonous mist starts to seep out from its body as he collapses to the ground. And that is combat.
Well, I think we should go to the skull door now.
Ameko and Shalelu are catching their breaths.
Greshy will drop his
What the hell was
wand,
that?
grab his med kit from where he dropped it to get his wand, and then start going to bandage up Shalelu.
Ugh.
Name of Malfectionacore? Some sort of terrible creature. Where's my medicine check? It's a 20, so should be 2d8. 6 back for Shalelu. Not much, but a bit.
Okay, 6 points of healing to Shalelu. Thanks, friend.
Hmm.
Long time no see, Asher.
Hi. I'm like bleeding. Hey, what's up?
So I can show you guys the art for Shalelu. Let me remove the turn tracker. Where'd she go? She's hiding. She's in here somewhere.
Gunn, do you have that healing potion on you still?
Oh, it's
You're muted.
Oh,
oh, Gunn may be muted or is very quiet. We can't hear you.
I can't hear him at all.
having troubles.
Microphone troubles.
Oh, look at that art.
So, yeah, you see Shalelu here. She's a blonde elf with like emerald green eyes. Longbow seems to be her main piece of equipment. She's got a long golden yellow scarf around her neck.
She sure looks fancy.
Am I back
Well,
now?
There you go.
Yes, you are back now. Welcome back.
Well, I probably dropped my quip then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not hear your
Sorry, we
response
didn't
there.
hear that quip either because Greshy was talking over it.
It's too late now.
All right. No
It
more
was really
quips.
good.
Gunn said a quip in his head, but forgot to say it aloud. Okay. Yeah, they're
Potions. I do have that potion. Potions are for in-combat heals, and meditating is for post-combat.
Sure, that's fine. I just saw that this ranger archer person here, Lone Dasher one. Figured it might be fair to repay them.
That's fair. It's their It's
the name's Shalelu.
well, actually. Let's see. No, I don't have a potion then. Oh yeah, I do. We just found the one.
Right. That's why.
Right. Sorry.
Well, thank you, Shalelu. Appreciate your. That's how you spell it. Appreciate your timely arrival for both of you.
Goodness, yes, I was done for.
Better late than never.
Well, I had arrived in town earlier today and went to go see Ameko about all the... Well, first I went to go see the mayor, found out that he wasn't in town. Went to go talk to my good friend Ameko here. She said that you guys left town early this morning to go assault the goblin headquarters. I couldn't be left out of that. But seems like you did a lot of the work for us.
It's been going splendid.
We're doing well.
Yeah, we clearly had everything just right where we wanted it.
As you can see by our wounds.
Well, that Gogmert fellow certainly spoke highly of you all. I'm
You met
surprised to see you all.
Gogmert.
Yes, met is a strong word, I suppose.
Did
How
you?
did he-
You didn't kill him, did you?
Well, he wouldn't be doing much talking if they had.
That's fair.
Shalelu hesitates and seems a bit it's a little bit awkward.
So you did kill him.
He was a decent enough sword.
No, I stopped her hand, thankfully, says Ameko.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, if he attacked you, then it's fair trade at that point. But
Well, it's more that this that Shalelu will shoot any goblin on sight. He didn't seem harmful to me, so we tried talking to him. He told us about you all. He managed to lead us down here.
Ooh, I was gonna ask how you got down here.
We should bring him down and show him our handiwork.
Oh God, poor Gogmert. Look,
This was in your basement the whole time.
how delightful.
Good thing for thousands of years no one found that thing on the table in the next room.
Well, they had to get through the strange coin slots or whatever.
Or they probably all listened to the ghost man telling them the demon dog is in that room right behind you.
Don't open the door.
Don't open the door.
Shalelu
I
and
just like to
Mako
think,
are just looking at each other with confused faces. Like, what the
It's
fuck are
been
they
a
talking
day.
about?
Oh, it's been a day. That's the
no one
long
was
and short
ever
of it.
as smart as Greshy in the history of these hundreds of years.
Well, I mean, it's only been goblins down here, so until these folk, and Greshy will kick the corpse of Leary right next to him until these folk arrived.
It could be smart is the wrong word. The
Lucky.
truth there.
It's also possible. Well, I need a break. I
Yeah.
don't want to be
Yeah,
down here any
let's,
longer.
We've stumbled into enough traps for one day.
And now
Aye,
this
that
is
we
taken
have.
care of, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. I hope.
Except for there's still Rip Nugget.
Well, it certainly looks dead. And Shillelagh walks over and kicks at it a bit. The corpse just,
Burbles.
yeah.
Ooh. I want to examine the corpse.
I mean, if you'd like to take this one's head, I won't subject.
How big is
Yeah,
the
that sounds
head?
like a good idea, actually.
It's a pretty large head, maybe like 3 times the size of yours.
How many
you can give
bolts
me
in the
you can give me an
head?
occultism check.
Ooh, yay! Maybe I'll be good this time. A natural 20.
Nice.
Yay!
There you
finally.
go.
now that you're close up and looking at the creature without any panic setting in, you recognize this creature as a greater barghest, a more powerful version of a normal barghest. I assume I'm
Sure.
pronouncing that correctly.
That helps a lot.
Is a barghest what we've been
Barghest.
fighting?
Yes. Well, I mean, this is a barghest, Malfeshnakor.
I mean, the regular ones are the.
Oh,
demon
the
ones we've been-
little dog things? Are those regular?
No, those are something else. You don't know what those are.
Oh, okay.
They
Oh,
don't seem to
alright.
be similar. I mean, they're both kind of mildly fiendish in nature. This is definitely a fiend. It is, resistant to fire and physical damage, except magic.
As we found out, unfortunately, Phelan did a good job, even if he didn't
If it resisted
quite hurt the
fire.
thing. And I will.
they eat corpses and mutate into, or they take on mutations based on the corpse that they eat. So they're corpse eaters. But
Greshy, go ahead
something
and
this
heal Phelan.
powerful, must have been bound here in this place for some reason.
Well,
Well, we unbound it then.
no take backsies, but the damage that killed it was partly fire damage.
Yes, that's fine.
Makes up for last time.
That's true.
Well then,
I forgot about the fire.
I'm not.
I said it specifically. I was like,
That's
Yes,
why
you
we're
did
cutting
say-
off the
you did
head.
say
We're
specifically,
cutting the
I
head off
forgot.
right now,
good idea.
so there's no take backsies. Do we want? Do we want to hole up down here, or do we want to go trek all the way back to town and then come back and deal with Rip Nugget tomorrow?
Trek back to town would have my vote.
Yes,
Maybe,
I'm sick of this.
maybe a-
plane.
A short rest to do some
I mean, sure, absolutely.
some field dressing.
Well, certainly if you guys want. It might be a bit hard to get back in here, though.
That's my fear. It's not. It's gonna be harder to sneak in. We'll be fighting goblins the whole way.
Goblins we can handle.
You say that, and then he laughs, and I'm less certain.
Oh, that was Shillelagh laughing.
Can we do anything about the I mean, I suppose we could go take a look at the lava pit where Malfeshnakor was chilling for all these millennia.
Can we rest up first before you go
Right,
delve
of
into
course.
there?
No, what I'm saying,
Okay.
but what I was going to say is, like, is there any way we can close the pillar door?
The pillar door?
Oh, the one with the coins.
Since we can't repair the trap would probably be good enough to keep the goblins out. If it is. If it
We
was-
could also try if we wanted to hole up in the Nualia's room. We could probably try blocking off the Dar in there.
I suppose we could camp the whole night here. We do have plenty of food, and that would.
Aye, we've got supplies. That's the concern is more just if we leave, getting back in.
Mm-hmm.
Will be maybe not as difficult as this thing, and Greshy will point at the barghest, but
Well,
still
part of the reason
more
I
annoying
wanted
than
to
it should be.
come here was to warn you that the other goblin tribes were going to be on their way back soon, so they might be here in a few days. The goblins you fought on the way in were only one, maybe 1.5 tribes. There's a whole 3 others.
How much Goblin Massacre do we really want to do?
Not a ton.
Somehow I thought that'd be your answer either after. And I imagine Shalelu over there is all of her massacring, but...
How'd you like, I'm tired, I'm coming home, I'm gonna have a nice rest. Oh no! I'm being killed by a home invader.
I wouldn't enjoy it at all. I agree with you on that one.
Well,
let's
Well,
rest up here if we can.
Massacring goblins
Rest
doesn't
here.
sit too well with me. It's just Shalelu shrugs.
let's field dress and then camp here, I suppose.
Hey,
Maybe like around the corner from the dead hell beasts.
I'm gonna sleep with the help, so I'm gonna lay on its tummy.
Soft belly.
I'm starting to be real concerned about you, Asher.
So I do have a question about its
Yeah?
soft, not its tummy, but if so, I'm guessing the magic is just like while it's alive. So if you skinned it, would the pelt be resistant to anything?
Not really, no.
Okay,
It's
that was all I wanted to know.
No other valuable body parts to
No,
harvest.
not really.
Okay, it's just a stinky dog.
Yeah.
Stinky dog's the way to
Basically.
put it.
Stinky dog level 3. Like we're up to multiple tiers now. So
Right.
Well, where do you want to camp if we're camping here, or are we leaving?
Well, come. We
about-
killed Nualia. We'll show you.
Oh
Around
yes,
the
let's show
corner.
you the corpses.
Feel free to step on this pressure plate. Turns out it does nothing. It's just a trick.
Okay, Ameko and Shalelu follow you.
Corpse.
we could probably at this point take Nualia down and
Okay,
Toss
you
her
drag
in
her
with-
corpse out of her room. And where are you putting her?
with her master that she was trying to free back there.
Okay.
They can go cuddle in a
Yeah.
death pile. of
All right, you
corpses.
pile up their
Arrange
bodies
them nicely.
back in the other room.
Leary, we leave.
Well, she's already in there.
She's already in there.
She
I
can,
mean,
she can go
right.
in the cuddle pile of corpses. It's fine.
well,
Okay, in
Anywho.
any event, you take Nualia's body and go place it near the barghest, clearing out her own room.
I would like to, when we do that, place the barghest so it's kind of blocking off the door
Okay, sure.
into the hallway. I mean, you could probably still clamber over it if you really wanted to, but it
Or
does
move
appear
the
there's a big
barghest.
corpse.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but at least it kind of blocks it off and makes it less convenient.
Okay, so you
Discouraging.
rearrange the corpses into Tetris tower.
do they disappear?
Yeah, they delete and vanish from the board.
Well, shit. That
You
completely
then
ruins everything.
return to Nualia's room, close the door, and prepare for a long rest, I suppose.
First, we do some meditating and healing.
Okay. Well, I will assume that shall happen. And in the meantime, that is the session for tonight.
As you can see, we're still in the same room.
Jason continues to try and kill us, as we still somehow manage to walk straight into the mouth of danger.
At a certain point, it ceases to be me trying to kill you, and it becomes you trying to kill you.
That was definitely three silly people going, there's no way to do this one.
There's
I would
no
like it
way
noted,
there
I
could
did
be.
say we should go back and not go further.
That's true.
That was before we found
were
the
just-
pillar. You were all about pillar
I
of
mean,
gold.
I was like, if we're gonna be checking things, I'd rather check the gold versus the death doors, but that's fair. But before that, I'd much rather have just not.
Well,
But we found Malfeshnikar.
We did.
Yeah, that's one other thing we don't have
Mission
to do
successful.
decision making aside, our heroes live
Mhm.
to see another day.
We did.
We assume.
For now.
Yeah,
we still
that's,
haven't gotten out.
that's true.
Still trapped.
That is it for this session. When next we meet, your characters will be level 4.
Oh,
You've
Thank
leveled up.
goodness.
Cool.
And that's all we got for tonight. This has been another episode of Third Action, your favorite Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play podcast that's playing Rise of the Runelords. Yeah. Peanut butter. Join us every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/thirdaction. Follow us on the Twitter or whatever. Yeah? What?
Are we on
Monday.
Tuesday next week? I think next week we're
Oh,
on Monday.
oh, are we not on Tuesday?
I
Wait,
think
we're
we
on
mentioned
Monday,
that as a scheduling thing that we were going to
Oh
do
yeah,
on Monday.
next week we're on Monday. Haha, I lied. But normally we're on Tuesdays, so normally look for us on those days. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. We living though.